All right, everybody, what's going on? It's your boy Jay Banks. We're back with the recap. What's cracking, dude?
Yeah.
We just had the Cincinnati Warriors in here, and that was quite an episode, dude. We had like
really
half
was.
the team here.
Right. I was not expecting that many players to show up. They started showing up by like 3s and 4s at a time. I was expecting maybe 5 players plus the coaches, ownership, management. That's all I was expecting.
Shit, I wasn't even thinking 5 players, yeah.
I was thinking max 5. We're talking, there was 10, 12 of them.
Because
there was a bunch on the side over there you didn't even see in camera if you watched the first part. Like, they were just all hanging out and just so much talent in one room. It was
a whole bunch of tall shit going on.
Oh,
A
it
bunch of tall
was.
shit. That's funny.
Bunch of tall shit. Yeah, like, it's pretty dope, though. Like, a lot of talent. Some guys from out of town, some guys, local guys. Like, there was a little bit of everything there. And they knew their shit, man. They knew what's up. Like, they had their all their, like, what they do, like, when on the road, how to kill time, like, what they're watching, what they're doing. Like, I find that most fascinating is, like, how do you spend your time, after you're, decompressing after a game, the relaxed time. Like, what are you doing? Are you going out? Are you?
It depends on what happens.
Exactly, and that's what they said. They said it's all situational.
You ain't trying to go out for real.
Right, it's all situational. So it was just fascinating to hear these guys' perspectives. And they
what do you do after a show?
After a show, I like to sit in silence.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'll sit in silence.
Was that you back then, or is that you now?
Me back then.
Okay. Was it like your throat thing? Like,
no,
well, because your throat never hurt after you're done.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
hurt.
Yeah.
Mine never really hurt. I once I learned how to do it properly, like at the very, very beginning, it was just easy from that point. So I never really struggled with any throat pain. But like, I just sit in silence because I would go so hard on stage and put everything I had on that stage to entertain the crowd and just to feel like I put it out there.
Yeah.
And afterwards, I would just like go and either sit in, if we were like on tour, like I would just sit in, the van or do my thing and maybe mingle a little bit at the merch table. But once the chaos was done, I just like to sit in silence, just to chill, stay in my thoughts, reflect on my performance. If there was any video I could review, I would review that because I love to improve on my craft. So I would, look up some video of if anyone was filming me because usually I had someone do that for me. So it was nice to just decompress and just sit in silence or review my footage. But I wasn't a big, like, let's go hit the town and party or whatever. Like, I like to go out. I like to do my thing. But
it was a good thing.
Those were different times.
That was a dope question that you asked because it's like every player, every player is different. You know what I'm saying? Different personalities and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The wins or the losses do matter.
They do.
But the personalities matter. Like some people, we'll put it like this. Of course, if you get the win, you like, yo, let's go.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, especially if it's like a close loss, it just depends on the person. Like some people might, you might feel like, dang, man, we should have won that. And then you probably might want to just chill. You know what I'm saying? Go back home, watch some film or something. Or not even film. Like, just watch, I don't know, like whoever your favorite basketball players, you want to watch them and see how they play the game, and then be like, you know what, maybe I might do that next game, And then some players, some players just, they might just want to get their mind off the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Especially after a close loss. So they like, you know what, we out of town. Like old dude was saying, you 7 hours out. I mean, you might as well check out the town and see what the food's looking like, what's going on, and stuff like that.
That's why I asked that question because I wanted to see.
That's a great question.
I wanted to see if these guys were ones to venture out, or they were like, let's just like coop up into the hotel room, or go back to the van, the bus, or whatever. Yeah. Everyone's very different.
Mm-hmm.
When you are mobile in your craft, and you have to go to destinations, and you have that extra time, what do you do with that time? A lot of times musicians will go and see the town. They'll see other music spots, other musicians. Yeah. It's a pretty common thing in that culture. But like where the sports stars, they may be just like, and they may be in a city that's a small town thing, but like they may not want to get that attention their way. When they walked in here, you couldn't help but notice them.
Yeah,
right.
They can't walk anywhere without someone noticing these guys are 6'10", 6'8". Like they walked in. I mean, they literally had a duck under our 7-Up machine door. Like, they literally walked in that room ducking the entire time. So that is something it's hard to ignore. You know what I mean? In your small town, everyone's going for an autograph or something.
And they love that. They love, you feel me?
They did, yeah.
Back there, they love that.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
What I'm saying?
They were vibing
dope.
with it, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? One dude, and as a matter of fact, I don't know if he told you, he wanted to shoot a video back there.
Dope.
Yeah, he was talking to me about it.
All right.
I was like, yo, Jay, he cool with it. So, like, just talk to him and.
Bro, I think they're gonna. I think one of the homies is gonna come onto the sports podcast with us.
Yeah, he said he's trying to.
Yeah, he's gonna hop in there. So that'll be pretty cool.
Yep.
I'm always down for guests. I think tomorrow night we might have a guest, a buddy of mine. So we'll see if that pulls through. But like, I love the interest that they had in what we're doing here because we're in our own lane. We're trying to just make our way, and for them to be doing something at their caliber, at their level, and to be like, hey, we recognize you guys are doing something totally different, and we want to be a part. We want to be involved. They were all for it. So we got some Instagram. We might see some Instagram messages coming through the Native brand about to be a part of some things.
As an ex basketball
baller,
player,
yeah.
Played a couple years at a little small college.
Sure.
Yeah, man. Because one of the things about being like when you hoop, it's like swagger. You know what I'm saying? Creativity and stuff like that. So you naturally gravitate to it.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So like the fact that what I saw today, I was like, yeah, see, like
right, they get it.
Yeah,
yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and that's a great feeling too, man. Like we had what's his name, man? One of the old actors from he was in like Menace to Society. He was in damn, what was his name, bro? I totally spacing on his name now. He was also in he was basically in like every old hood movie in the 80s, bro. When he came in here, like Tyrell was working and Tyrell didn't know who he was, but he still bought some shit. And it was so cool because it's like that type of dude. Like he's grown up in the streets and he became an actor and he sees something here that like, you know, we didn't throw him any T-shirts. Like he saw it and he was like, bro, this is a vibe. And he bought the 513 hoodie and wore it to the movie set.
Yeah, I remember. Yep.
Which was super dope, man. Bobby Johnson's his name.
Bobby Johnson.
Yeah. Motherfucking Bobby Johnson.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We had a little whiskey and so it slipped about for a little quick
Always,
second.
bro.
Yeah.
And I started going with the peanut butter whiskey so I wouldn't use the restroom every fucking 20 minutes.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it flows through you. I mean, you sit here for a couple hours and before you know, you gotta. And once you break the seal, once you break that seal,
done.
It's all done deal from there. But they took part too. They were drinking a little too. Everyone was vibing. It was a good time.
Yeah, bro.
That's the best part about these guys is like they're out there performing. Like I don't care what level of basketball you're playing. Injuries are all the same. It doesn't play favoritism if you're a pro, semi-pro, whatever the case may be, amateur. Doesn't matter. Injuries are injuries. These guys are out there playing every game as hard as they can, practices and all that stuff, and then they come on here and just seem so down to earth, so with it. They're answering questions. They're giving the insights and all the stuff that we're looking for.
Yeah.
And they do it very humbly. Like their humility is top tier. So nothing but good things about these guys. And the fact that like they came in so deep with it. There's so many of them. They all were ready to talk. They were all ready to be on the podcast. Every single one of them. I love the good vibes. Everything about these guys. They were cool.
I asked you about that jump shot.
Hey,
might come a time in the summer you might
they might be
that
looking
open gym or something.
They maybe let's go.
You gonna be looking like Adam Sandler out there because they
I
all
might
like
have
6'10".
Right, I'll throw it up over. I could shoot a little. Like when he said that, I was like, oh, I mean, not a jump shot like you all. Like I'm not shooting every single day, but I mean, I played, so I can do my thing. But I'm gonna dish it to you though. I'm gonna Steve Nash it. I'm gonna give you the ball, and you're gonna be under the rim. I'll throw it through some legs. I'll finesse it.
I should have told him about the YMCA because it's indoor ball. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Like close, you know what I'm saying, headed towards OTR.
Yeah,
so YMCA over there. A lot of people hooping over there. When I was doing the open gym stuff, like I was telling Jay, like over in Springboro, there was a Y over there, and during the summertime was the best time. You got the college kids. I'm talking about like if they was just going to college to hoop, or if they already been playing a couple years, you might just see a guy from the D League, or you know what I'm saying, getting ready for a tryout. Which I actually seen it. It was a guy, he was playing for the Bucks. I can't remember his name. He came in the gym and shut it down.
That's tight.
Yeah, he's about like 6'9". Couldn't nobody. It was a wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah, he, you know what I'm saying, he was around you know what I'm saying, he hovering over in the paint. So that if you're thinking about driving on him, unless you think you can dunk on him, it's over with.
Right.
Yeah.
So you better shoot the three or something.
How tall was he?
He was about 6'9".
All right.
He had the Milwaukee Bucks like the practice jersey
shit.
and stuff
He already
on.
came. Yeah, he came.
And I know you can order the jersey online and all that, but it's like, nah.
He came stunting. Yeah, that's funny.
It was crazy.
So what do you think about the Bengals, man?
The Bengals. I think the defense deserves all the props, man. Like our offense is doing our thing, but our defense, I mean,
Playmakers, bro.
They're playmakers. They're active on the field. They are
coming up with fumbles or interceptions.
Yeah.
And when we need it the most.
When we need it the most.
Yeah.
Really, it's really opportunistic. I think the Bengals are looking like,
The 0-2 Rams.
Man, the Bengals are looking like we are the most feared team in the NFL, in my opinion. Like the Chiefs are there, but we've obviously beat the Chiefs the last
3 times in a row.
3 straight times.
You see what Patrick Mahomes said? There's no rivalry.
He said there's no rivalry.
He said there's no rivalry because we haven't beat them yet.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh wow,
man, that's a bold statement too.
Yeah,
I mean, the Chiefs' defense is not our defense. I mean, that's really comes down to like the offenses are kind of comparable. I mean, they don't have the Tyreek Hill anymore, but like the offenses are definitely comparable for sure. But the defense difference is
that's what changed the game.
It's huge. It's everything. It really is. It really is. So the Bengals can really hold on to anybody. And right now, it's looking like if we were to playoff start now, we'd be playing the Titans first round. So, but we still got a lot of season left, and Lamar Jackson is out for the Ravens. So who knows what's going to shake out with the division because we play them week 18. So that might come down to that game being for the division title.
I think that's why it was important for us to beat the Browns this past Sunday. Because
what
I'm saying, you just can't go 3 up on the Chiefs, then come around and take the L to the Browns.
And Burrow had never beat the Browns until
and
this
that's
week
what
is
I'm
his
talking about.
first win against the Browns, which
is big.
It is big. It is big. And I mean they have. Browns have gone through a lot this season. They're going through a lot. So the fact that we could not lose 2 times to them in one season, that's just not
for sure.
No way.
Watson looked pretty good in the game though. I don't know if it's because he had fresh legs or what, but he looked.
He threw his first touchdown pass in 707 days.
Oh wow!
So 700 days he hadn't thrown a touchdown pass. That's how long it's been. That's a long time. That's 2 years without one touch because obviously he was out. So it's just like
breaking the law.
Like regardless of how you feel about Deshaun Watson, everything, we're gonna leave that aside. But like the Browns are a solid team, man. Like they are definitely a team that's in the division. They can get some wins. They got the running game, Nick Chubb. Like they've got people. So like we could have easily lost that game, and then we got a harder schedule going up. We got Patriots, we got the Bills. I mean, we got the Bucks.
Patriots this Sunday.
We get the Buccaneers first, but Buccaneers, with
take
Tom Brady. But like they're not that scary right now, man.
Yeah,
they're not that scary.
Yeah. Do you think he's losing his legacy at all?
Tom Brady?
Yeah.
Nah.
No.
Nope.
I don't believe so. I think that Tom Brady doesn't want to be in Tampa anymore. I think Tom Brady wants to be in San Francisco.
So he still wants to play.
I believe so.
For sure.
Man, he gave up he gave up the marriage, man. Yeah. I mean, what else do you got? I mean, in my mind, if you give up that level, like even if it was on the rocks anyways, like and you're committed to football, I don't think 1 year after the divorce. I think at least 2 years. And I don't think he's even the problem. I think he's exhausted because he's running. He doesn't have the same protection. Yeah. He did lose O-line members. We did get one. Yeah. And like even though like the O-line was looking rough at the beginning for the Bengals, they've meshed now. We're a new team with them. I mean, Burrow hasn't been sacked like at all. So, but Tom Brady is not feeling that same. He's feeling a lot of heat.
For sure.
I mean, people are coming at him, and like the wide receivers don't have time to get open, so he's just struggling. And their defense isn't looking too stout. So the Buccaneers are not where he wants to be. And if he ends up at the 49ers, which his parents live in San Francisco, and it was his favorite team growing up.
Oh, it's going to happen.
Oh, it's going to happen.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Yeah. So I think that's where he'll be. Or he could end up in Vegas. He could end up at the Raiders.
Ugh.
The only reason he didn't go to the Raiders in the first place is because John Gruden didn't want Tom Brady to like take over the organization.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah,
that's
isn't it?
super
It's
weird.
weird, but John Gruden's out, so it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, he didn't want. I mean, there's big personalities, whatever.
You know what I saw, man? Somebody, one of the Bengals fans, got on the Kansas City Chiefs fan page on Facebook, and he took screenshots of everybody complaining about the Bengals and how we're a dirty team,
What?
and how Kelsey was going down, and that. How is it even legal that he slapped the ball out of his hand, and then like everybody was like, yeah, that's not even legal, and it's like one the guy, the Bengals fan, was like, congratulations, you just like given the definition of the word fumble, like by smacking the ball out of the hand of the player. Like that's definitely like
That's legal play.
Yeah,
You can't do it after the whistle blowed.
right.
Then
right.
it's a penalty.
But
Yeah.
but doing it during the game, that's what you train for,
You
bro.
punch the ball.
Yeah.
Punch the ball. I mean, some of these guys aren't necessarily the best tacklers, so they just go straight for punch of the ball. Go for a big play.
I mean,
And that's what happened to Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry.
we
He
needed
did.
that.
That was
play.
crazy.
that was crazy.
It happened so fast. I ain't even understand. I was like,
I've never
how
seen
in
anything like that ever.
I was just like, how could you just made that great run and you just fumble it? Like, hold on.
So listen to
And
this,
then
Jay.
he
I don't know if
slowed
you
it
caught
down.
this one.
Mm-mm.
So Derrick Henry, the running back for the Titans, was running all the way down the field. He ran like I don't know, it was a 50-yard run plus.
Something like that.
He gets all the way down the field and he gets to the 5-yard line, and I guess doesn't realize anyone's there. And
punches it.
dude punches the ball out of his hands, and it bounces on the ground and goes to the end zone. And the wide receiver for the Titans jumps on it, so he gets a touchdown.
Out of grace of God.
All right, so yeah, total happenstance, but they still get a touchdown. Derrick Henry doesn't get it.
Right.
That play does not even exist because he ran the whole way and it never completed. So that yardage is just non-existent.
Oh shit!
So
So,
the
he
touch-
doesn't get the yards for
He doesn't
it?
get the
It's
yardage for it,
crazy.
but the touchdown falls into an other category for,
wow.
for Burks, who's the wide receiver.
Right.
So it's just Derrick Henry didn't even exist in the play. He got the fumble. That's all. He only has a fumble in that. There's no yardage, nothing. It was very fascinating.
And
did he
unless you
slow
see-
down right for the end zone?
No, he just
I
the
don't
guy just
think
caught up to him, and then he just
He just
wasn't
did it.
expecting
Dude just
someone.
came from behind.
That's all he did was punch it. There was no tackling try. I mean, you can't take down Derrick Henry. He's a big dude.
Yeah,
so
he's a
like,
big dude.
yeah, he would have fell right into the end zone. But dude punched it. But they still got a touchdown because Burks caught it in the end zone. Like, this is just wild. The NFL's been crazy.
And you would have not even like. It happened so fast. You would have not
It
even
was-
been able to see it.
it was
ha-
so fast.
without
We
the,
watched it. We
with
watched
the
it live
replay.
though. We watched it live.
When I saw, I
were
saw
watching
it
at the store.
live, I was just like,
Yeah.
I thought he just fumbled it. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought he was just running with it, and then maybe it hit his side of his stomach or something, and then he just lost it.
They just
Then
punched it through.
Yep.
His arm was out for a second, and he just punched it right there, and then it was
It was just
off. It was done. But like that's the thing is like these players are so athletic and they're so fast that they're able to get their fists in there and just knock it out without even having to tackle or anything. And then
you know how strong you gotta
chaos.
be to do that too.
Chaos ensues after that. I love fumbles. Fumbles are because you
You gotta
just see
be
all these
strong.
guys just
Super strong
all these
to do
guys
that.
just start diving into the piles.
I love the fact that the football is oblong, so you don't know where it's gonna bounce.
Where it's
either.
gonna bounce. Yeah,
that's the
yeah,
best
yeah.
part,
That's
bro.
the funniest part about football. Like when you see fumbles, because it's like as soon as the fumble happens and the ball hits the field, it's just like whoever
know-
gets it
yeah.
and they scoop it up and they gone. And then I don't know. I think that's funny.
Did you see Tyreek Hill's touchdown? So the Dolphins this weekend. So Tua does something happens and the ball ends up on the ground when I don't know who fumbled it. It may have been Tua, but either way, the ball falls into the group of the linemen and then it slips out and it just falls right in front of Tyreek Hill. He picks it up and runs it all the way for a touchdown. So it wasn't actual play. It was a pickup. It was the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
No yardage was gained because it was a fumble. And yeah, it was wild. It was a whole wild touchdown that Tyreek Hill got a free touchdown out of because the ball landed like literally in his lap and he just runs it
He
in.
just took off with
Yeah, he
it.
just took it.
And that's what I'm
Because
talking
everyone's
about. That'd be the funny-
distracted. Everyone's distracted in the
that shit
pile,
be so funny.
and it pops out like,
football is fun. Like
dude, they're
bruh.
just trying to carry, like, just try to like grab like the balls of covered in oil, if you will, and it slips right out.
I can't remember at this exact moment. I can't remember what game it was, but I saw the highlight like on Sports Center, and dude fumbled it, and the ball bounced. It almost went out of bounds. It was just like right there. It didn't go out of bounds.
Yeah.
Old dude on defense scooped it up, and he was gone. He just took off. He didn't even think twice about it.
Right.
He's gone. I got weak. Football, buddy.
Dude, they're wild. The plays I like the most are when like a running back or wide receiver is getting tackled and they roll over the defender and the defender never gets them to touch the ground and they get to keep on running. Like they tackle them and they roll over their body, but because no knee or elbow touches the ground,
it's still,
they're still active.
Yeah.
They can still go and they just keep going. That's happened a few times this season. That's interesting.
That's crazy.
Lights went out.
Yeah.
But yeah, but like, let's head back to the Bengals. Mm-hmm. The thing about the Bengals is not only is the offense doing well, but Boyd and Higgins haven't even been, any major part of any of this. Like, obviously, Higgins had a big game when Jamar Chase was out, but like injury has really affected our team. And Mixon's been out, and Mixon comes in, fits right in, does well. Like P. Ryan's doing well. Like all these players. All these guys they're all killing it, every single one of them. So there's no possible way a team can game plan against the Bengals.
That's why I say they remind me of the 0-2 Rams.
Okay, yeah.
They had Kurt Warner, Marshall Falk, what I'm saying,
Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt.
It was crazy.
Yeah, man. That's my favorite team. Yeah, they really, 100%. I remember being super young, like 11 years old, and being like obsessed with like the Bengals, and all through high school it was just my team. My buddy was a big Colts fan. I'm like, he Peyton Manning, and so like we went back and forth. But he's like, well, you're the fastest show on turf. Like I'm like, yeah, we are. Like that's awesome. But like this Bengals team is like, it's even beyond that. Yeah, the fastest show on turf was fast to do other thing, but we're not only fast, but like we're playmakers too. Like they are playmakers as well. Like the Rams were always playmakers, but like this team just feels so fresh, so new, so like they're hip with it. They got the performance down, they got the entertainment down, they know how to handle the crowd, they know how to do it. Like anytime Joe Burrow walks into that stadium, he's looking to the nines. Like his fits are right. Like they're feeding into the social media. They're performing on the field. Like it's one thing to look cool and be cool, but to perform on top of that, man, you are hitting you're checking every box, and that's what's amazing about the Bengals. And like they are now the top 10 most popular franchise in all of the world of sports.
It just
up with
goes
the Lakers,
to show you.
Yankees, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
The Bengals are number 10 of all sports franchises. That's something you never, ever imagined.
Not in the past 20, 30 years.
Ever. I don't think ever. I don't know, other than the Big Red Machine.
Right.
Other than the Cincinnati Reds.
I think the city of Cincinnati is just underrated, period. But right now, it's like...
We're getting our shine. We're getting our shine now.
It's it's one of the best times to display to the world what Cincinnati has to offer.
Yeah, and we are not looking like we're going to go away anytime soon, especially because this team is young. We're young, so like we're seeing the beginning, and looks like we'll be able to store. Yeah, we're seeing the beginning of things, and that's the beauty of it, because like everyone's so like anxious for this playoffs this year, but like next year we're going to be even better. Right? So like. It's amazing. It's honestly great to see, and it's the best time to be alive as a Bengals fan.
Even last season, and I still think that the you know what I'm saying, like we played against, it was the LA Rams. It was in LA.
Yeah. Rams aren't in it this year.
Yeah, and it goes to show.
It's looking like it's probably like the 49ers or the Eagles.
I could see the Eagles.
Yeah.
Nothing against the 49ers, but it's just the Eagles.
Can you imagine the Bengals play the 49ers in the Super Bowl for a third time and the Bengals take this one?
That'd be fucking
wild.
Yeah.
It could happen.
Period.
That'd be like a movie.
They probably will make a movie off.
Third time's a charm. They could call it like that because it'd be the third time if we take it over, and like, man, that would be.
If you guys have any questions or anything, just yell for us. Appreciate you. You too.
But you were at the game. You were at the game this weekend. So how was that? Like how was the?
Hey, all right.
I mean, you have great seats, so you're getting to see all the good stuff, man.
Yeah, it's great, man. You know, the seats are perfect. The being a part of the crowd is definitely like, you know, being like the sixth man for basketball.
Oh yeah.
You know, we were at the whiteout game, bro. Like there was so many. Like, I've never heard that stadium chant "Who Dey" so loud. It was insane. Like, there's no way we were going to lose that game because it was like the players had 20,000 people behind them, man. It was insane on
Yeah.
how cool it is. But the games, there's a totally different feeling, man. You know, when it was 3 years ago. Like a couple of years ago, you were able to grab a ticket for free at one of the tailgates.
Yeah.
You know, because you always had a buddy that, I got an extra ticket, and the stadium was never full. Now it's like, you know, every ticket's accounted for, bro.
Right.
You know, and it's like, it's cool seeing, man. Like I've never seen a sports player step up like Joe Burrow has. Like he's filling the shoes of Michael Jordan, man. Like all these kids, they want to be Joe Burrow. Like
he always seems so composed.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
No matter what the circumstance is, that's probably, I think, was one. That's what they call him, Joe Cool.
Joe Cool, man.
He's got about. They were talking to him about having a bunch of different nicknames, and he's like, he was on he was on the Manning Cast on Monday Night Football this week, and they were like, so you have. And so Eli Manning just starts like listing, like start naming every nickname he's got. Joe Cool, Joe this, and he's like, and we got Joey B. He's like, which one do you prefer? And Joe's like, I'll leave that up to everybody else. He's like, I'm Joe. Like,
smart.
Yeah, he is smart. He is smart across the board. But like Peyton Manning and Eli Manning are both, you know, they have 4 Super Bowls between both of them, and like they're asking these questions and they're just so like attentive to what he's saying, and they're with it, and like these guys are legends, man. Like, and Burrow's like he's young still. He's just getting started. He did go to a Super Bowl, but doesn't mean you're ever guaranteed another opportunity. You can see it one time. I mean, we have Dan Marino exists. Yep. That's the best quarterback to ever play. That's never won a Super Bowl.
Greatest actor too,
dude. He was a next level person in general, and he never got a Super Bowl. So like, just because you're great doesn't mean you're getting it. So the fact that the Manning brothers they treat Burrow how they do, and asking these questions and asking him what he sees on the field and just how he's going about his business. I thought it was so fascinating. I was just watching. I was like, this is cool. This is real cool. You know what I mean?
For him to be right there in the mix with both of
them. Yeah, man. And
he's getting a Super Bowl.
Oh, I'm hope. Nice. You get it?
The Nat Assassin.
So, bro.
I'll get you one. I'll get you one. But it's like the Burrow effect that it's having on our city, and he's like he's on the internet. He's on the national media. He is interviewed by Colin Cowherd every week, who's a national sports talk radio host, and like just these people are giving so much respect to him, and the whole time his answers never waver. He never changes his tone. He never acts out of pocket. He never does anything wrong. He is a perfect representation of what we need for the city and what we need for football.
Yeah,
it just happens to be our quarterback. I love everything he's about, and mad support. Still love Andy Dalton, of course, but and he's doing his thing, and you know. And for the Saints, like I'm always a big fan of him, man. He helped our city for a long time. Like we gotta, you know. But Burrow, new era, a different level of athlete, different level of talent, and he's showing out. And Cincinnati is appreciating him to the fullest, and that's what we should do. We should appreciate him as much as possible. We need to lock.
I definitely think.
They are, bro. It's amazing. I love. They are, and it's definitely what he deserves. I mean, the whole squad really, like every single player on that team is putting out, like the defense, dude. We are showing up. We are showing up. Without the defense, we would just be a high-powered offense, and we'd be the Lions. And the Lions have no defense, like you know. So
this probably might be one of those things where like earlier in the season, putting the pieces together.
Yeah.
But like now, it seems like everything is
meshed.
In the in the right motion. So
moving forward, right? Yep. We're able to put up as many points as we need, and we're looking. I mean, people were saying earlier, or we were talking earlier, like, what's the chance the Bengals making the playoffs? Like, well, honestly, we're at like 90% there, man. Like we're in the playoffs. Like we just have to, you know, get another game or two, and we'll be right in there. But the Ravens, man, they're looking rough. So
you said
Lamar Jackson's out. Yeah, he's
out.
How
long he out for?
I think another week or two.
Okay.
He'll be back by the time the playoffs come.
Oh man,
He'll be back by the time we play them. I think Lamar Jackson might make his return maybe the week before or the week of the the final game of the season.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a big game. That's probably gonna be the biggest game all year.
I'm cool with that. I feel like Joey plays better when he plays better players.
Competition.
You know what I mean? Like, seeing the Cleveland game, it wasn't the same team that played the Chiefs the week before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was they definitely got it under control, but the first, it was a slow start to the game compared to the Chiefs. We scored obviously like the first 3 minutes on the Chiefs, but I don't know, man. I feel like
Browns have a better defense.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I would say this factor, but like,
Yeah.
I will say you up your level against the Chiefs. Everyone does. I think the Chiefs are like the Bulls.
I'm still kind of irritated that they're putting Patrick Mahomes above Joe Burrow in like all stats, bro. And it's like, man, like when you've got that many L's to somebody else, like how can somebody still be at the top of the food chain when the guy at the second or third has beaten me over and over again?
Because I think Joe Burrow is just underrated.
Yeah,
underrated.
Like, I think it could be a lot of the things that just the Cincinnati Bengals have never been a franchise team, and so now we finally are, and no one's giving us enough credit, man, because he's going to be around for a long time, and the Bengals aren't going to get rid of him.
And I think that's part of what comes with, I guess, being underrated.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, just like
proving yourself.
They sleeping on you, taking naps.
I think the comparison between quarterbacks is literally just that. Like Pat Mahomes he's a finesse player. He's doing stuff off the cuff. He gets out in space and he does little things.
He
does all
sorts.
Dude, he does sidearm without looking. He does little shovel passes. He does little things that Burrow's not supposed. Like, is not really going to do. Burrow isn't that kind of a athlete, that kind of a player. Like Josh Allen for the Bills is like a Ben Roethlisberger, but faster. And then Pat Mahomes is more like a shifty guy. Burrow's like, I can run, I can pass, I can do everything, but I'm gonna think a little bit more on this. So Burrow's definitely got that more of a Tom Brady effect. He's got that thinking.
Or Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning, yeah. Where Mahomes is. He making magic, like he really is. He definitely deserves the credit he gets. He carries that team. Burrow has a little bit more on the offensive weapon side with his offensive wide receivers.
What we call Mahomes? We call him the Luka of
Luka, yeah.
The Luka of the NFL.
Yeah, man. I think he has something that most quarterbacks just don't have. It's
crafty.
Crafty. But the Bengals overall team, top to bottom, better than the Chiefs.
Well, hey, the stat show.
3-0. Yep, 3-0. I mean, the Eagles this year, they're better than like everybody. So they're like the best passing, one of the best passing, one of the best rushing. Like they're doing everything, and like we're not even talking about them. They're in a different division, but like they might find themselves in the Super Bowl. The Bengals Eagles Super Bowl, that'd be cool too. I don't know.
If we take down the Eagles, then
man, they're tough.
Just like they say, Detroit over everybody. Detroit versus everybody. It's gonna be like Cincinnati versus everyone.
The Lions are good. The Lions are coming into shape now too.
It's about time for them.
Yeah, man. It's they just don't have any defense. They're just all offense. They really are. They don't have any defense. They're the worst defense. Them and the Broncos, or not the Broncos. The Texans. Texans have a terrible defense. Ooh, it's rough.
I don't think the Texans ever had like.
Man, they're bad. They've got their whole. I would not want to be a Texans fan right
Just
now.
because they're in Houston.
Yeah. They were good. They had Arian Foster. They were good at one point. But it's just we're living in this football era that like it's like post pandemic, so everyone's like hyper focused on it because it's what entertained us during the time when we needed it the most.
Yeah.
And that passion is just not wavered for any of America. Like we're in it. Internationally, they've played more games internationally than ever now. Like they're playing the whole NFL.
Oh, okay.
Like it's just the popularity of the game, and just happens to be the Bengals' time. I'm here for it. It's awesome. It really is. Our city's doing some great things. Yep.
For sure.
It really is. And speaking of our city, the Cincinnati Warriors that were on tonight, those guys seem like they're ready to like take it to the next level. I tell you what, they got some personality in their game, like on their team. Like they're definitely They were entertaining. They really were. I'm sure you caught some. Yeah, they were. Yeah, you were talking to them. You were chopping it up with them.
Yeah.
Tell me about what they were saying to you.
I was pretty much just talking to a couple of the guys. They one of the guys I was talking to, he make his own jeans.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, he make his own jeans and
probably has to with them long ass legs, bro.
For real.
Yeah, he was. I was pretty much just telling them about like Arta Sensi, the Mockbee, stuff like that. I know they be having like little fashion shows and stuff there. So I'm like, yo, if you ever catch yourself in town and they have any event, you know, stop by, man. Check it out.
We should get them involved with ours in March.
Oh,
yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, we're gonna do a fashion show at Madison Live over there. I think we're gonna set it up where like we can have booths for everybody. So Sal can have a booth where he's selling his stuff, and he can have a booth where he's selling his jeans, and then we'll give like everybody like 5 to 10 minutes on stage where they can do like a fashion show or talk about their brand or whatever they want to do, bro.
Okay.
I think that'll be fire. For
yeah,
sure.
that'd be so cool. Yeah,
I got to talk to another guy from the South. He Stillman College. You know, that's down. I asked him about Miles. Because I know about Still. I was like, you know about Miles College? He was like, yeah, Miles. His face lit up when
Because it's a little piece of home, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That was dope. Because I don't know if he thought I was just playing with him when I told him I was from the
when
South.
You told him, when you told him Birmingham, one of the guys mentioned to his friend, he's like, hey, he's from there. Like they were talking, and I heard it as I was passing, getting ready for the podcast, and they were like hyped that you were from down south. So
hey, man.
Hey, you know, that's
Miles
cool.
College.
Southern hospitality, bro.
Yeah,
Southern
man.
hospitality.
And that's the thing is like there's when you can feel a little bit of home or feel a little bit of like, you know, relate to someone from out of town, like that just puts you, that comfort level is really important. You know what I mean? Because like, let's say you go out in California, like anytime I've been out and traveling doing my thing and I run into somebody that's from Cincinnati or Northern Kentucky or Lexington, Louisville.
Dan all the way in Cali.
Easy to exchange contact information. Be like, we're gonna roll with you. Like for the rest of the day, we're
gotta stick together.
We're sticking together. We don't know, like, we just meeting each other right now, but we know you're from that same territory. So like, let's hang out. Like, let's do our thing. And the same thing for those guys. They recognize that like, hey, this guy's from somewhere. Like, they didn't know you from anything. You were just here for the podcast. You know, part of the crew. So they recognized it. And a lot of those guys were from Cincinnati, though. I was surprised to see how many were local guys. That was really surprising to me. They're like, Cincinnati, out of town. Cincinnati, out of town. Cincinnati. Like, all right. Cincinnati's got its talent, you know what I mean? So that's cool.
One of the dudes off the team, he was talking to me about like St. Louis, and he had that little, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what it's called. That little, it's like an arc or whatever. Yeah, he was showing me pictures of that. We was talking about barbecue joints because I told him about me being down, you know what I'm saying? And it's called like Pappy's or something like that. So I'm just like, okay, if I ever find myself out in, I don't know when I might find myself out in St. Louis, but if I ever do, I'm taking his word for it. I'll check it out.
Yeah. St. Louis is cool. I've been to St. Louis. It's a cool spot. Like, that's the thing is like the more you travel and you see that all what the world's got to offer, like you find your cities that you're like, oh, I vibe with this city like all day. You know what I mean? And people that are from different areas and they come to Cincinnati, they put Cincinnati on a pedestal. They're like, hey, Cincinnati is super cool and everything we have to offer. Meanwhile, we're here like, this is just our city. You know what I mean? This is just regular stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel like it's always like that if you've been staying somewhere like for a long period of time.
Yeah. What's up, man? What's up? How you doing? Good. Good.
You guys want to keep the podcast going? Or you want to pop over here and sit down, or do you want to wrap it up?
I'm chilling, man.
I mean,
we can
whenever you're this is a recap. Like, we're good.
Yeah, it's just
I mean, if you want to stay on, I'm gonna go ahead and head out. But if you guys want to,
we can wrap it up. That's cool. No worries. Yeah.
Do you guys? I mean, did you want to stay on?
Nope. I'm good. I think we've covered everything. We talked to a lot of sports, and they were great to have on. I'm excited to have them on again. There's so much talent in the room. It was cool, man.
So much height in the room.
Man, so much
much
height.
Talent, so much height.
Height and hype, bro.
Height and hype. For real.
Height.
Yeah. Height.
Yeah, they were definitely. I saw Bon Me reposted when he went over there to grab a coffee. They took a picture of him in front of the place and
that's cool.
Said good luck with basketball, which is super dope, man. That like we're bringing people down here on a Tuesday night. that can be a part of it. So
they said they was having the tournament, December 30th?
Yep, December 30th, 31st, and the 1st.
Yeah.
Okay.
8 teams. 8-team tournament.
Hey, y'all should definitely do the condominuary.
Oh, it'd be dope.
That'd be dope. You got to.
That would be so much fun.
Bro, you need to like it.
I'll do it with you.
Yeah,
Let's
like
go.
we can definitely bring 3 mics down.
100%. Let's
That'd
do
be
it.
sweet.
Dude, we can go. We would have so much fun. That would be super cool to just
That'd be
give
sweet.
commentary and just give little like snippets and stuff and like play-by-plays. Like, oh man, I'm here for
the
it.
Joe Rogan. Oh, when somebody
get dunked
dunks.
on.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh man, I'm here
down.
for it. I won't miss that. Let's
Yeah,
go.
we need to set it up, man. Like Scotty's been doing a lot for the Native brand on our end. He's getting us on a couple of the billboards too, which is super dope. But you know, we need to make sure that we bounce the ball in the court and make sure that we help them out. So, you know, if we've got to take a day out of the week and bring all the equipment down there and set it up, man, I think it'd be worth it for sure.
We got a lot of mobile stuff. We can do it.
Yeah. We can bring 3 mics down. We can hook 3 mics up to the portable one down there.
I want to be like Dick Vitale.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's go,
He used to be
baby.
Let's
like,
go, baby.
When
Yeah, bro.
college hoops, he
Yeah,
gets you
man,
excited.
he
That's what
does.
dude was talking about. When he was saying like, certain people they'll just be like number 2 just scored or whatever.
Right,
like
yeah.
I know what he like.
Number 2. Just
But if you put the enthusiasm with it, like
yeah.
Oh, did you see that?
Oh yeah, like coming down hard on them.
Cairo
authority.
coming in.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
puts it down with authority.
Boom shakalaka.
All right.
Yeah, we're bringing all those back, bro. It's gonna be great.
Exactly. I'm here for it. They were just like, and that they were so open to our ideas. They're open to what we were bringing to the table. So like, it just feels like a family almost.
Yeah.
They felt like we were involved in it. So like,
Yeah, picked up
That's
picked up the conversation like we've known each other for
I
a while.
know,
Which is cool.
I know.
But all right, man.
Yeah.
Well, this will wrap up the recap of the powwow that we had earlier. So if you want to be a part of it, also, there's probably not so many people watching right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw a little hint out there. On Saturday, we're gonna have some special guests pop in the store. Ryan Cabrera, he is a musician, an actor. He's been he's like the '90s baby, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Eric from O-Town will be here as well. They're going to pop in before their concert at the Hard Rock Casino.
Oh.
And I think Alexa Bliss will be with them. So she's the WWE wrestler. So we've got a couple Funkos of her. So hopefully we'll be able to get those autographed, man, which would be super dope. But I've been friends with Cabrera for a long time, and he's coming in town. He's got a show at the Hard Rock Casino on Saturday, so he's going to pop in the store and check everything out, man. He hasn't seen the spot yet, so
That'd be dope.
for the people that are still watching, this is just for you. Well, I'm not going to post it. I'm not going to say anything to anybody, so
For
if you're
you.
watching this right now, we appreciate you.
Yeah, man.
Until next week, this is going to wrap up another episode of The Powwow. Next Tuesday, we have Matt Waters on,
Oh.
right? The 27th?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool dude.
Wait, no. Next week we might have Izzy, Izzy the rapper, and then the 27th is Matt Waters, right before New Year's.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Yep.
yeah, that'll be a good podcast. We got him right after Christmas time, right before the New Year's. He's a fun dude to be around, so we're gonna have fun on that podcast.
For sure.
Okay.
All right, everybody. I appreciate you guys. It's your boy Jay Banks, AI, Yam. We're out of here.
Appreciate
Love you
you.
guys.
Later.
Peace
Bye.
out. Peace out, y'all.
We out.